Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3. Now we left off last episode having completed a massive encirclement of the German army. I'm going to go, it's kind of like on the border between what Army Group Center and Army Group North would be. We're going to call it Army Group North though. And I just noticed how actually close we are. We are one province away from German territory proper in East Prussia here, which is pretty awesome. Pretty much got a stalemate going in the south. We've made small gains, but what we're doing down here, and it's been working pretty well, is just keeping the pressure up on the Army Group South area, and that it's drawing German reinforcements to the south to stalemate me down here. But it's also weakening the north. So why don't we continue our assaults? What we're going to try to do is push away from the edges of the pocket now, and also simultaneously collapse it from the backside. Let's see, our guards' tanks are being attacked by Japan. We probably should attempt to make a little bit more progress over here, but let's see what kind of defense modifiers we got here. That's actually really, really poor. Should probably get these troops out of there. They're too surrounded to really, make good gains there. But I actually do have a concentration of tanks right over here now. And how's this guy doing in his attack? We could always support attack. I mean, they don't have a lot of speed, but they do have manpower they can throw into there. And pardon any extraneous noises. Oh, trying to be a YouTuber with pets in the house. Sometimes it's difficult. It can definitely be difficult. I've got my puppy chewing on my foot right now, and the cat sitting on my desk trying to get onto my mouse pad. But I like them too much to tell them to bug off. Alright, so let's see if we can start collapsing this from the backside a little bit. We've got amazing mechanized divisions right here to work with, so let's see if they can launch a spearhead. They've got defense modifiers in the 1200%, and we've got attack modifiers in 300% range. That is because it's a force, though. We could send in more troops here. We do have plenty more guys in the region. See if we can't knock through. I mean, that's only light tanks, but yeah, I think that's going to cause too many losses there. We could just wait those guys out and try to collapse it from some other place. Like attacking into the plains is a much better idea. Or we could just kind of starve it out. That's also a plan. I mean, we have the troops in the region. We can just starve them the hell out. And if we push away from the line and thicken it up a little bit, that'll help us out a lot. Also, keeping these German panzer divisions weakened is going to be the ticket. Alright, so let's grab some of these guys, move them on up. And what we really gonna, like I didn't even realize, without the proper borders in place, I didn't even realize that we were so far through Latvia and into Lithuania already. Alright, these guys are worn out. Again, pretty stagnant down here, but we should probably wait for some of our troops to reorganize. We want to battle down here. Oh, that was that one right there. What should probably also do is move some of these guards up into this region. And, like, move this one up here. As we take, I gotta remember, as we take ground, to move the garrisons up. So that I have that backbone behind me. Now let's see if we can't... What I'd love to do here is kind of burst into the Japanese rear and disrupt their supply lines. We've got militia and some garrisons and some colonial troops, it looks like. Which are not... Doesn't look like they're going to stand up against Russian guards armor. But we'll see what happens here. Gotta just pay close attention to it so I don't take ridiculous losses. Even though we are okay on manpower, like that big, huge manpower boost just kind of cements in some of the problems in my head I have with BlackICE right now. And it's absolutely astonishingly ridiculous how the manpower is handled. I understand that the AI can't handle its manpower, but there are better ways, in my mind, 40,000 dead Germans there. There are better ways in my mind to handle the manpower situation. And what I think it would be good is for like if you're playing as the Soviet Union, frankly, you need more manpower than they give you. You need to have a base manpower. The Soviet Union definitely needs a base manpower boost. But when the AI runs out of the AI needs a manpower boost too, so it can run longer. But when it does need a penalty to running out. I mean, it's ridiculous that it doesn't have a penalty for running out. It just gets unlimited manpower. What I thought would be a good idea would be a keep giving them the manpower, but when it runs down to 0 and it starts getting those events to put it in there, it needs to have some sort of debuff. It needs to have a organizational regain rate. A debuff like a major one, like 50% or 25%, something like that, or a combat debuff, again, a major one like 25% or something like that. There needs to be something in place so that the AI actually has a penalty for when it runs out. All right, let's see if we can squish down here. Those are just like command troops. Fallschirmjäger, so those are air landing panzers. That's a Hermann Goering idea right there. And the infantry can continue that. Let's see if these guys got anything in them. Defense modifier of 1,500%. That is a lot. But why don't we throw some armor into that? Because I definitely want to make sure we keep the pressure up in this area. Keep pressing the Germans down. Compressing their lines. So 2 of these units in here. Infantry support weapons, range finding advances, single engine fighter prototype advances. A lot of stuff coming off the what's it called here. It's got to be a lot of upgrades though. That's okay though. That's okay. I can handle that. And what I'm kind of happy about is that we're finally starting to get we're starting to overrun a lot of territory, which means we're going to be capturing resources again. It's been a long time since I've made any progress on that front. Let's see, move these guys up. And how are we doing here? We're doing okay there. But none of these guys actually need to be moving anywhere. So let's cancel that attack. Don't necessarily want a lot of losses right there at the moment. So this is a pretty brutal attack, but I think we should be... Yeah, they're about worn out, so that's okay. That is okay by me. What do we got here? Vitsebesk, or whatever it's called. Veliki Luki. The namesake of the pocket here. This is it's mostly being held in by infantry because the tanks are on the other side of the front. But that's okay, we can pretty much starve it out. Like here. Why don't we do this? Let's take like 3 of these infantry divisions, move them there, and then move these guys up to the front. Got SS troops here. Let's actually try this, though. Let's see if we can't work our way out of this situation. Hit them from multiple directions, because that's starting to form a salient. SS Panzers. We should be able to break them, though. Alright, we won up there. Alright, we're pressing through Latvia and Lithuania. Let's move these guys up this way. It's actually a pretty brutal attack right here, causing a lot of casualties on both sides. But it looks like they're just about worn out. And we're on the gates of Kiev here, but haven't been able to push on through just yet. Alright, they lost 70,000 troops there. Attacking my cavalry units with infantry, which isn't going to get them anywhere. Oh boy. Got a lot of troops down this way, but it hasn't been really possible for us to make any solid gains because we did move almost all of my armored units up north. Alright. But there was a damn good reason for that. Look what happened. Moved all my armored units up north, and we just wrecked the Germans. They're trying to get out. I think they basically given up their attempts to seriously get out, though. These units are going to start suffering from from what's it called, from lack of supplies pretty soon, I would imagine, strategic redeployment. Let's see if we can't help this out a little. See what we're working with here. Lack of supplies. Yep, they already have lack of supplies. Pretty high defense modifiers, but we should be able to crack them with weighted numbers. Yep. How's this going? We are breaking through. Broke through there. Alright, we took that province. You guys could just keep moving on down the coastline. Who's not moving here? I thought there was one who wasn't. No, everybody's moving. Alright, you guys can attack here. Let's get 2 tank divisions straight into the flank of that panzer division there. Now that we can hit them from multiple sides. Let's see, we got 2 more here. Let's see, that flank's freed up, but that means these 2 are open. More panzers in here. Panzers, I always do that. Panzers, no, not panzers, just tanks. Call them tanks. Okay, so we definitely need more officers. We are running through our officers real fast now. High casualties means we're running through those officers quickly. Alright, so this all fell, collapsed, said and done. A lot of these units are worn out, though, after that pretty heavy fighting. Huh. The Bug River, Southern Bug, there's 2 Bug Rivers. There's one in Poland, and then there's one over here. It's been a thorn in my side for a hell of a long time now, and I'd like to just blast past it. So, let's see if we can't... Let's see if we can't turn these Italian units on their heels. And finally make some progress. There's a lot of them. Come on, they're Italians. Alright, so let's some infantry in there. Let's get some infantry in here. Open up that front. And see if we can't just overwhelm the Italians here. Alright, we were one up there, 10,000 losses, but I mean, we took the province, which is what's important right now. The really wonderful progress we've been making through the Baltic states is just thrilling to me. A lot of casualties up here, but definitely need to push that salient out of the line, and we actually have an open province here we can try to force the Germans out of. And I'm going to see if I can't keep the pressure up across the board in the north and completely overwhelm a lot of these units. At least keep the pressure up. Those are just infantry units that are low on organization, so that should be fine. These guys, we can keep moving these guys up. What we're going to do here, let's grab just 2 mechanized divisions and move on these German units here. Should be pretty simple. Major defeat suffered against the Japs. Oh, that was up here. Oh, yeah. Didn't I say we should really pay close attention to this? And then didn't. The Japanese are very interesting. I'm finding it weird that they're so damn good against armored units. They're remarkably good against armored units. All right, so let's see who's here. That's a lot of units, actually. Alright, so let's throw you in 2. We got some tanks here. Throw into a flank. It's a pretty thinly held line here, but probably the thing is the Germans are kind of wrecked. Alright, actually, let's cancel that. Well, what we could do is we have more infantry here we could put in. Although, that is... To me, that looks like a city ripe for the storming. What city is this? Kaunas. There's Bulgarian tanks in there. It looks like we're actually causing heavy casualties to them. Infantry anti-tank weapons. Alright, well, I really want to take this city easily, so we're going to cancel that attack so we can hold this flank. Looks like we're just about to break through right here. There's a German light infantry division left there. And that's it. And we'll see, what do we got going up here? Mechanized troops, how you doing? Doing okay. Well, they brought in more units here. Who'd they bring in? Oh, not anybody I have to really worry about too much. I'm not putting too much pressure up here because the pocket is very well capable of holding. So what I'm going to do is kind of starve it out. And why don't we actually take these units, attack straight south, because that is technically the weakest spot in the line right now, I think. Thicken it up a little bit. So they're attacking there. That means you guys are all free to assault here. Assault there. Try to crush these German units. Yeah, I think we're causing so many casualties that they don't have the IC to reinforce them, is what's going on, I think. Can't be certain, but I think that's what's going on here. I mean, these guys are gone. They're goners. There's no saving them. That was infantry, anti-tank weapons, branch upgrades. And what was all? Strategic doctrine. Something in here. Here we go. Artillery flexibility. Oh boy. What is our upgrades on right now? That's 300 something. For the Soviet Union and an army this big, that's really not that bad. How are these guys doing against the Romanians? There's actually a lot of units there, so why don't we just... Oops, cancel that. Moving down through Lithuania now. Oh, we actually did manage to break those Italian units. Excellent. I'm sure the Germans will counterattack and move in more units, but hopefully we can get in there. That was a big battle there. 22,000 losses for 18,000 losses. Alrighty, let's grab some of these fresh units here and continue this. Make sure we crack in. Break through those German units. Let's see. So these guys weren't going there. These guys are freed up to assault right here. Just push away from these lines. Yeah, look at the reinforcements down here. That they can't reinforce, and they're suffering from lack of supplies as well. I think we got that okay, so let's attack here. I love that we're actually starting to retake some land. We're almost into East Prussia, too. We are almost into East Prussia. Which is German land proper, right over here. The progress is slow up here, though, because of all the terrain. A lot of people were like, why are all your panzers in the north? It's the worst tank terrain. The problem, all my panzers are in the north because that's where all the German tanks are. Man, look at the line right now. It's like a right angle. All right, let's see if we can't... Now, these guys are... I don't know why, but for some reason the units in the south, they reorganize much slower than the units in the north. I have the foggiest idea why that happens, but it does. Alright, I'm pretty happy with the way things are going right now. I'm extremely happy with the way things are going, actually. Alright, we took this city right here. It's just going to be a moment before the troops actually move into it. Alright, come on. Let's, not you. See if we can keep going south. I don't know what these units are going to be comprised of. We have to attack and kind of check. Oh, look at their reinforcement levels. They're so low on strength. Their strength is so low. Alright, that one fell. Got some we got SS units in here, which honestly sometimes scare the bejesus out of me. but I think a lot of them are properly mauled. Man, D-Day is gonna wreck the Germans. D-Day is absolutely gonna wreck the Germans. Well, if it hits, I'm pretty sure it's hard-coded to hit. Move. Under attack. That's fine. I mean, you're welcome to counterattack and wear out your strength. Don't matter to me. Oh, that must have been a Japanese attack down here, I guess. The Japanese have just proved way better than I ever expected. I don't know why. Piercing attack of 3. Well, these guys aren't going to be able to damage me. Although they do have a defense modifier through the roof for cavalry. Is that mountains? It's tanks attacking into a mountain, that's why. Are you taking any losses here? Are they taking any losses? Piercing attack of 60. How do they have a piercing attack of 60? That seems crazy to me. Supply production, excellent. Armored car designs, I actually do have a lot of those, so those are good. Industry, boop, boop. Down there. How's this doing? We're actually making some progress there. Why don't we cancel that one? That looks like it's causing a lot of casualties. 3 to 1 is not exactly in my favor. Keep moving on the Germans. Looks like we accidentally left a gap, but we can move units into that easily. Yeah, the pocket keeps getting more and more isolated as we keep pushing further and further away. When it really starts, I mean, it's suffering from lack of supply. How did my organization just fall or my officer ratio just fall 4%? That seems crazy. All right, let's knock this down a little. Let's bring this even higher up. 1,300 officers per day. Oh, they must have gotten more troops in there. Oh, it was just some Romanian command units. Is that... Where's Hommel? I thought it was near... We were near Hommel. There it is. Definitely want to take that back. Well, would you look at the lines, guys? This is easily the most successful attack I've ever done, and I think it's because I've finally been able to drive the German forces to the point where they can't reinforce quickly enough. They cannot reinforce their troops quick enough to keep their strength up. Which means we have to keep the assaults going. We have to keep the attacks and the pressure as high as we possibly can. Alright, these units are fresh. Well, actually, let's just take these 2. You, not you, but you, and move you up. They're gonna wear themselves out here pretty soon, and then we'll immediately counterattack. Yeah, look at those Panzer Grenadiers. Almost out of fuel, though. That's the problem I'm going to run into, is I'm out of fuel, and I don't have any oil left. So, while my attack has been wildly successful, it might not be entirely, I might not be able to press it as hard as I'd like to, because we are out of gas. Alright, good. We can see it. Well, actually, you could stay there. Memel fell. We're basically completely out of gas. Alright, let's see if we can't turn these Bulgarian units on their head. If we can... There's like a nice pocket of Germans right there. If we can actually surround that as well. There's SS Panzers in there. Knocking out some SS Panzers, I'd be okay with. Alright, move on up. Alright, let's see. Well, as soon as this attack clears, I want to see who's in this city right here. Might be able to storm it, although it'd be better for me to storm this province right here. We can do both, though. We have a lot of troops here. Nope, we can't hit it from there. What we could do is this. Just some Romanian mountain troops. They shouldn't be able to. They shouldn't prove too tough. And just move one unit up here of motorized infantry. The other units of infantry can attack this city and see what we got to work with. One Bulgarian division of foreign armored fighting vehicles. Doesn't look too strong. Nope. Does not look too strong at all. The Germans are actually retreating out of provinces here. Abandoning positions in the line. Why don't we do a little attack here and see what we're working with? Units are basically out of supplies at the moment, so we can. I think we can launch general attacks. Yep, they're basically out of supplies. Just launch general attacks across the line, and hopefully they will falter pretty easily. We got infantry. Any infantry over here? Just here. Just a little bit of regular infantry there. They're basically starved out, yeah. How about up here? Yep. Pretty much starved out at this point. Not much strength left in them. A lot of units up here. Just holding the line. So the pocket is completely collapsing. We've starved them out for the most part. We did manage to take this city right here. Very nice. It'll be much easier to defend than it was to take. And we are finally working our way into East Prussia. Oh boy, does that feel good. So all these troops can move down into Memel. And how do we want to handle this? Let's just collapse this unit right here with these troops. Probably will be enough. Yeah, there'll be enough there. That like late winter, early spring offensive, absolutely astonishingly successful. I'm out of officers though, which is a pain in the butt, but we'll have to deal with that later. What did it say? It did say infantry? Infantry, not industry. That was truck and prime mover. There's something else on here. Operational doctrine. That was mobile unit command and combined arms. Where's industry? Industrial efficiency. That's coming up too. Good. Problem is now we're completely out of fuel. Running low on metal. But we are in a wondrous position to continue driving the Germans back. Let's support attack here and actually attack with some of our stronger units here. Because there is a good concentration of troops in there, so I want to make sure that we knock them out. There's also panzers in there. Major defeat. Where did we suffer major defeat? 8,000. Oh, that was one of our little attacks up here where I assumed that they were gone. And they're trying to press through here, but not making any progress. All right, we're going to end this episode right here. A stunning success. We made very small progress down here, although you know what we can do, because this is wide open at the moment. Let's grab all of these troops and see if we can't funnel them into this gap before we go. Really low organization regained down here. I don't think I'll ever understand why it's so low down here. They get to the supplies, it's just they don't reorganize very quickly. But anyway, stunning successes in the north. We've pressed onto the very border of East Prussia, overran several cities, and the giant pocket in the north is it's pretty much done for. Although, are these guys actually putting up a fight? A little bit. We'll cancel that for now. I'm going to try to squish this down into one pocket one province as best as I can. I don't want to suffer. I actually want to see how many German troops and Allied troops or Axis units troops I can get in there and squish all down into one province. But we'll see. So everybody, if you have enjoyed this episode, just drop me a like. Leave me those comments right down below. And if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus plays Hearts of Iron 3, just subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time.